Hello fellow cyborgs, and welcome to a video where I talk about Bookish candles again. So I recently ordered some sample size candles from the Melting Library from Etsy, and I have not unpacked them yet, so that's why I'm filming them today, because I just can't stand it anymore. I want to sniff some candles. But before we get into the first impressions of a new candle company, I wanted to give you some more information and what I've been thinking about from the Pages candles, which I did first impressions of for you in a Pajama Sunday video. I think I will link that video down below. So from the page, I got 3 sample size well, not sample size, but just small tin candles: the Leather Bound Books scent, Hagrid's Pumpkin Patch scent, and Narnia Forest scent. And I also got 3 jar candles: Reading Nook, Thornfield Garden, and Mad Tea Party. And from the initial scent test, Reading Nook was my favorite scent, and Leatherbound Books, I had a really funny reaction of no thank you to this one. So just talk a bit about how the candles are burning so far. As you may be able to see, there's a line that looks different from the rest of the candles. So this is the wax that had melted and then has been cooled after I've used it. So there's definitely, it's not a really consistent creamy candle. It's going to look different. It's going to have cracking from being poured into the jars, and then the color is going to change as the wax warms up. I've also been noticing in the Reading Nook candle, which I really like because you can see I've burned quite a bit of it, but the wick's been spitting. So I think you can maybe see that there's black stuff from where the candle spits when I first light it. And so that's not very good. I've got soot on my hands and stuff sometimes from it spitting while I'm still kind of holding the candle. So that's not the best thing. So I don't know if it's just this candle or if somehow these wicks and wax combination aren't just the best. I don't know. Leatherbound Books, I've actually been burning quite a bit. As you can see, it's been worn away quite a bit. It still doesn't smell the best, to your nose, but I've been having a lot of fun pairing Leatherbound Books with reading Harry Potter books. I've been marathoning the Harry Potter series, and so it's been a lot of fun to pretend that I'm smelling like the Hogwarts library. It does have a much nicer scent when you're actually burning it, so I'm not a fan, but I will continue to use Leatherbound Books, that's for sure. I haven't yet tried Hagrid's Pumpkin Patch or Narnia Forest because these are seasonal scents to me. Hagrid's Pumpkin Patch smells like pumpkins and Narnia Forest smells like pine tree, so I want to save these for the autumn and winter season. And I've been having fun burning Thornfield Garden when I was reading Emma by Jane Austen. It's a bit of an overpowering scent, just like Mad Tea Party. I found that I enjoy burning these scents when they're far away from me, across the room from me, rather than right sitting next to my bed on my nightstand table. So as far as from the Pages goes, I don't know if I'll be ordering from them again, but I'm going to be continuing to use up these candles. So they weren't complete flops. It's not like I'm going to throw them away or give them away, but I'm so far not super in love with the quality that comes with the price. They're not expensive candles, but shipping is expensive because they're heavy. So I think I'm going to look into other companies before I think about repurchasing any of these. So those were my final or midpoint thoughts on the candles that I purchased from the Page. So hopefully that gives you a bit more information about the sorts of candles and perhaps makes you decide whether or not you're going to give them a go yourself. Now on to the new and exciting Melting Library package. So I'm going to open this. Scissors, scissors, scissors. Oh, I don't know how to do life, apparently. They're packaged real snug-like in paper. So I chose the Pick 4 2-ounce mini sampler thingamajig, and I picked some very exciting scents. So the first one that I picked based on scent and not on theme was Fae Warrior, and I think this was supposed to have the scent of pine and snow, and I believe this is a Throne of Glass scent, or it might have been a Court of Thorns and Roses scent, but it's not books that I've read or am a fan of, but the scent intrigued me. Also, I like how they're gold tins. I think that's just really cute. The packaging is very, very similar from the Page. It's just a matte paper sticker that's stuck on, so we will have to see. Though I think that this might be the 9/2/2014 must be the inception date of either the book or the candle scent. I don't know. I apparently have not done enough research. So this is what it looks like. It's just white. So there's definitely like, it's like minty, but then also sweet, kind of like a candy or a flower. Yeah, I can't really point it down any more than that. It doesn't, from what I remember on the Etsy store site, it doesn't precisely tell you what's in it, but it tells you the scents that it's supposed to be mimicking. I like it. I really do. I think this will be really fun to burn around the winter time or when I'm reading wintry books. It's very fresh smelling and I do really like this. I'm really glad that I decided to pick it up even though I wasn't connected to it literally wise. And you know what? I'm actually going to pull up the Etsy page so I know the scents that I'm supposed to be telling you they're supposed to smell like. That would make sense, Amanda. You're so smart. Yeah, you're just so smart. Okay, I got the info. So Fae Warrior is Rowan Whitethorn, character inspired from the Throne of Glass series, and this scent is Pine and Snow. So yeah, I really like this so far. I'm really eager to try burning it. The next one I picked up is Pippin's Pint, a Lord of the Rings themed candle, and this is supposed to be hops, oatmeal, honey, vanilla, and apples, and it had me at oatmeal and vanilla and honey. So let's see what this smells like. Oh, and so this says the date is 11/11/1954. It must be when the book was published. Learning all the things. So this one is white. It's a bit more like crackly, not as like evenly poured. Oh, this is nice. Very sweet. You can really smell the honey and the vanilla and probably the oats. And there's just like a little hint of apple, which is great because I'm not a huge apple scent or flavor lover. I mean, I like the fruit apple, but when it's like an apple tea, I'm not like super great at it. But this is just really, it reminds me of like a baking kitchen. It's just really sweet and full-bodied and yep, and comfy with a hint of apple. Oh, I really like that. That is definitely, I don't really smell the hops so much, but I'm fine with that. I think that's just kind of like an artisan scent. This is definitely what it says on the tin. And these scents also, I want to point out, smell less artificial than the scents in From the Page. That was another thing, that From the Page candles sometimes are really, really fragrant, overly fragrant, and artificially fragrant. These smell like perhaps they're using maybe less of the fragrance in the candles or subtler fragrances in the candles, but I'm so far really, really impressed with these initial scents. Okay, and the next two candles I picked are both Night Circus themed candles. I am so excited. This is what made me order from them because someone had recommended, I can't remember who because I'm a jerk and I don't write down people's names, but thank you very much for recommending the Melting Library. I don't even know things. But when I saw that they had the Night Circus themed candles, because they've got a lot of YA themed candles, they've got Throne of Glass, they've got the Mortal Instruments, they've got a lot of Harry Potter themed candles, a lot of Harry Potter themed candles. So when I saw they had the Night Circus though, I was just like, I don't even care what these scents are. I am trying them because I love the Night Circus, and finally someone is recognizing a book that's not like so popular, you know, it's not part of canon or anything like that. So the first one is Dinner at Midnight, and oh, okay. This is interesting though, because this date is 10/13/1886. Obviously, the Night Circus was not written in 1886, so this must be the date that the dinner took place at. I'm loving these details. They're just so cool. Okay, so Dinner at Midnight is supposed to smell like fresh figs, oranges, rosemary, and sandalwood. It had me at sandalwood. Sandalwood's one of my favorite scents. And rosemary is delicious. This is also just a white creamy color. This one looks more evenly poured. So this is quite citrusy, and I'm not a huge fan of citrus, but I shouldn't have been surprised because there's oranges in there. I can kind of smell the rosemary. I'm not picking up the sandalwood too much. Yeah, this is definitely more like an orange rosemary, but it's a very subtle scent, so I'm interested to see what this will smell like when it's being burned. But it's very fresh and not overpowering, so maybe this will make me want to smell citrus things more, because I find often citrus is just like way too in your face. This one seems like a well-balanced scent, just like the other ones. So the last scent I have to try, it looks like it might have been discontinued on the Melting Library's Etsy store, which makes me sad because I was so excited for this one. So sorry about that. I can't bring up the list that the ingredients that it was supposed to be, but from what I remember, I will do my best. So this is called Au Revoir. and the date is 11/1/1901, so that must also be a date within the text. I think this was supposed to smell like carnival food, so like fudge, toffee, popcorn, stuff like that. Maybe apples as well, so let's see. It's also just a creamy white. Not my favorite. Maybe this is why it's discontinued. I'm primarily smelling like a Christmas spice sort of scent, like cloves, I think is what I'm smelling. And then maybe like a butteriness, but it's not terribly sweet. So maybe that's supposed to be like the buttery popcorn or like the sweet toffee or something. I'm not smelling any of the chocolate, and I remember that was a scent in there, which I was like, what? Chocolate candle? That sounds amazing. And I might be smelling a little freshness of like an apple or something. So we'll have to see. This is definitely like the least scented of all of the candles that I've tried so far. And let's go through these again. So we've got Au Revoir, which unfortunately may be discontinued. Dinner at Midnight, which was fresh and citrusy, but not overpowering, so we'll see about that one. Then I also picked up Pippin's Pint, which was very sweet and smelled like vanilla and honey and oats and like a baking kitchen. And then Fey Warrior, which is supposed to smell like pine and snow, and I thought smelled like mint and something else sweet. I think I'm really most excited for Fey Warrior and also for trying Dinner at Midnight. I think the only one I'm really disappointed in is Au Revoir, not only in the scent, but also that it's been discontinued, and it's like, hey guys, does this smell like the thing you want? Well, you can't get it now, so my apologies on that one. But perhaps if you're really, really interested in Au Revoir, I don't know why you'd be though, because I was not super, I don't know, like, you have your own mind. Don't just do what I say. You might be able to just contact the Etsy shop and ask them about it. So yeah, I am very interested in trying these and seeing how I like them. So far, I'm much more impressed with the quality of the scents and how they smell less artificial. I also really like the gold tins. I think that adds something special. And I also like these dates that are on the tops. I think that's also really lovely detailed touch. So yeah, so here's my first impression of the Melting Library. Hopefully at some point, maybe in a pajama Sunday, or let's hope I don't buy any more scented candles I don't need anymore. But if I do, then I will talk about my impressions on these before jumping into those first impressions. So we'll see. Hopefully you will hear more about these, and hopefully I will thoroughly enjoy my burning and reading experiences with these scents. So I promise that that's going to be the last of the Bookish candle videos for a while. Thank you for watching me sniff things and talk about what I think about them. I hope that it's been a bit interesting and not incredibly boring. I know this isn't quite a bookish video, it's more of a candle video, but I really love burning candles when I read. For me, it signals the fact that I'm going to be reading for a chunk of time and that it is time to relax and just get focused. And having literary themed candles just enhances the experience so much. And needless to say, if I tackle any more of the Lord of the Rings books, I will be picking up Pippin's Pint while sniffing the book. Well, I do that too, while reading the book. And when I eventually go to reread The Night Circus, then I will be picking up Au Revoir or Dinner at Midnight, probably both in combination depending upon what chapter I'm reading. So yes, I'm very eager for those themed pairings. Thank you for watching, and until next time, go sniff something you really like and continue to be lovely.